Welcome back to Monroe, Michigan, the Lucas Oil Northern Nationals with the Monroe County Fairgrounds and all the kids having a lot of fun as we enter the two-wheel drive category. These are my favorites because watch the front end as we take a look at Jeff McPherson. What happens? You got it, folks. Right up in the air, no steering going on the air, at least not with the steering wheel. They steer with the back brakes. And Jeff McPherson, who formerly pulled a bucket T, will set the mark to beat 288 feet, Tom McConnell.
Definitely going to be a hard run to beat. He made a heck of a run here. Now here comes Don Finney driving the up and gone Chevrolet. Don is getting a lot of blowback, and whoa, the blower belt snaps, and it might have been even more than that. I think he just grabbed the top of the blower off.
Oh, yeah, a little flame there.
Yeah. Oh, he blew the entire blower off, Ted.
Wow. Well, I think he can save the injectors maybe, and the officials right there on top of it will put that fire out and get it under control. Boy, those blowers are expensive.
Oh, you can see that safety device the IHRA came up with years ago, the blower restraints really come into play.
From Bardstown, Kentucky, here's a young lady that's making her mark on the two-wheel drive pulling set, Lisa Tatum. Boy, she's handling that truck very well. It went every which way but straight.
Well, she still kept it in bounds. That's the most important thing. 281.55, good enough for second at this point. And here comes Russell KORFF with the Jasper-sponsored Gambler up in the air. He's got a really straight run going, Ted.
Indeed, he does. The only El Camino on the circuit. He almost drug it out the back. Your new leader, ladies and gentlemen, Russell KORFF, 298 feet. As we take a look with our Lucas Oil Instant Replay, you can see once he got those front wheels up in the air, he just hung them right out there, and that's just the way you want to do it. Look at those tires biting, squatting in. Look like drag racing slicks.
298.6, but hey, it's number one. That's all you got to worry about.
Oh, we'll take that any day.
The minute you start worrying about people behind you is the minute that you never get anything.
That's right, that's right.
A lot of work on this thing this year, though, to change this car around.
We've turned her around a bunch. We got a crew chief with us. It's really good. Tom Merck out of Illinois. He's been with his truck ever since it was built. He's really helped us out a bunch.
Of course, what he's referring to is that truck was formerly owned by Ken Lamont. It used to be called Midnight Express, and they've got the original crew chief back on it as Richard RINESMITH goes down the way with the classy chassis coming up short.
That's a new body, by the way, he has on that. He used to have that Corvette Slice Dodge, or whatever you want to call the thing. Now he's got a real nice-looking street rod body on there. But hey, here comes a Mopar fan. Stand up and salute Steve Bunnage.
Steve Bunnage is standing up and saluting us as he rears up and goes out of bounds.
You've seen Roger Simon's three-truck, two-wheel drive team on our ESPN coverage of ATPA Jasper events before, including the yellow Chevrolet, the red Dodge, and the gorgeous green Ford. The Irish Challenger Ford, however, is a recent addition to Roger Simon's team. But the man behind the wheel of this ride, Dan Walsh, has probably done more in the sport of pulling than any 10 drivers in competition here at this event combined. This vehicle easily wins our Lucas Oil Best Appearing Vehicle of the Event award, but there's more than just a small story as to why you're a part of the entire Roger Simon team.
Well, we had a bad accident last year with our tractor, and my brother decided we retired from pulling and we sold everything, and Roger wanted to buy the truck, so he's got the truck, and he talked me into coming and help him out this year. Was it just a matter that Roger didn't think he could drive 3 vehicles at one event, or did he insist that he had your talent on board? Well, I think besides that, my opinion like on the tracks and the situations, and just as more help, more as a team. Teamwork can do better in the sport because we're real busy out there, and that's what's making it work this year. A track like this, however, is pretty much a straight horsepower battle, isn't it? Yeah, tonight it's going to be horsepower, and hopefully we'll get all 3 up there. Well, that's a good bet because Roger Simon's machines, including the one that's currently leading the ATPA Jasper Point Series, are known as some of the most powerful in this category. But just remember, the green one has also been judged the best appearing here by Lucas Oil.
Well, thank you very much, Brett Kepner. I'll have to agree with that. Meanwhile, we'll move over to DARRELL VARNER and his Utterly Smooth. He's out of Midway, Kentucky. Remember, the mark to beat, 298 feet.
Now, last year, this was the motor that was in the four-wheel drive truck. They took the motor out of the four-wheel drive, put a supercharger on it, and now they have just taken over the lead. Our first full pull in the two-wheel drive category, Ted.
All the way out the back door, DARRELL VARNER with a full pull. So no longer will anything less than the finish line work out here. Let's take a look right now as Charlene Cabine pulls.
Charlene is all over the track. The Dodge, man, was it shaking in there. Let's take a look now at another Dodge.
Here comes Roger Simon. The famous Simon Says. Brett just told you about this team. They are tough out of Iowa.
Roger has got the momentum. He knows he needs to make a full pull, and he does it. A Chevy, a Dodge, the horn honks. We've got us a pull-off.
He looked like he actually shut it down. He acts like he could have pulled that thing another 10 or 20 feet very easily. Let's go down to Brett Kepler.
The difference between the other Cream's full pull, which was barely over the finish line, is that you had power to spare on that thing. This thing is ready.
Yeah, this our mechanic Steve Olson with the Sunpico Oil Group, we got her tuned and it's ready to pull.
Here comes the Xtreme Pleasure. He doesn't have it lettered up yet. It's still in primer, but that's going to be the name of TJ Tatum's new truck.
TJ is on his way to making a good run, it looks like. He's got a lot of momentum. Of course, you saw his sister pull out here earlier, and it obviously helped him because he took her advice and made a full pull. We've got 3 in the pull-off now.
Boy, they have found the combination. Here's our best appearing, the Irish Challenger. You found out about it earlier. This is Dan Walsh.
Dan Walsh, I love to watch his truck pull. It always leans a little bit over to the right, goes straight as an arrow, and another full pull. You hear the horn honking, he's out of here.
Now, when we come back, we've got more two-wheel drives and more full pulls. Stay tuned, please. You're at the Monroe County Fairgrounds just outside of Monroe, Michigan. You're watching the Lucas Oil Northern Nationals, part of the ATPA Jasper Engines Pulling Series. We're in the middle of the two-wheel drive trucks, and we're ready to go with the Thumper. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Danny Sullivan.
Look at that truck just squat. When it squatted there at about 150 foot, it really got the momentum, and it is out of here, Ted.
By a bunch. He looks like he could have pulled another 20 or 30 feet. Now here comes Rich Sanderford from Hamilton, Ohio, in the Just for One, the Valco-sponsored GMC truck.
Oh, Rich is on a run here, way up in the air and out of bounds. Man, he could have tied it down. He had the power to take her out, but you cross that white line and you are DQ'd.
He was really fighting that truck all the way. Here comes one of my favorites from Glasgow, Kentucky. Willie making it to Willie's. It's driven by Ricky Long.
Well, Ted, it looks like they've opened up the floodgate. We're getting several out. No surprise there. Ricky Long, he too is out.
That's the 6th full pull we've had. So maybe Danny Hubert will make it absolutely unanimous. The Jack Daniels sponsored entry out of Bowling Green.
Danny Hubert might have chosen the wrong gear. He's making a lot of RPMs, but he's just not getting there.
We'll be back with more pulls after the tech tip.
The only way to prepare a gasket surface properly is to make sure that every single little minute imperfection is off of this thing before you put it in the engine. That's why Valco has created a brand new product designed specifically for gasket preparation. It's called Solvent 184. Now, this is a unique solvent because more than anything else, it is environmentally acceptable. Everybody knows about the problems that solvent manufacturers are going through right now. And Valco specifically made this a non-aerosol product for a couple of different reasons. One is, again, it's more friendly to the environment, and 2, it'll save you some money. If you're just pouring this out of a bottle rather than spraying it into the atmosphere, you're not going to use as much of it. As a matter of fact, they've also found that this product, even though it was developed for strictly head gasket use, has turned out to be quite a unique product in other areas, not the least of which is general cleaning. It works real good getting rubber off of fenders. It doesn't hurt paint jobs. It's an amazing oil degreaser product that you can use just about anywhere on the vehicle. And it's also an excellent brake cleaner. But here's a little Valco tech tip for your tech tip. If you want to turn this into an aerosol type product, well, Rich Sanford with the Valco truck has a great idea. Take your air hose off your compressor, hold it near where you want to spray, and just pour a little bit into the airflow. Voila, you've got yourself an aerosol product that isn't an aerosol product but does an even better job.
Pretty neat tip there, Brett Kepner. As we continue the full pulls, Randy Brown, the Thoroughbred from North Carolina. Can he go all the way out the back door, Tom?
I don't think there's any doubt about it. Randy Brown is awesome. It's an Aries inside this, which of course an Aries is a derivative of a Ford. It will accept a Ford crank, and it is out of here, Ted.
Only 2 pullers remaining. Here comes a GMC. Paul Sullivan will give it a try in the Kentuckian. Oh, he's getting high in the air, Tom.
He is really light in the front. That front end's bouncing down really hard. He is not going to make it. Just misread the weights on the truck, and he's not going to do it.
And our final puller will, well, they say save the best for last. Roger Simon and his Chevrolet. Simon said, this guy is just tough.
Oh, he is, and listen to the way he screams that motor. It paid off, Ted. He is out the back door. He's got all 3 trucks on his team out the back.
Well, we'll take a pause. When we come back, it's pull-off time in Monroe, Michigan. We're ready for the pull-off now in the 2-wheel drive category. First up will be the Dodge of the Simon Says group.
Roger is on to a good run. He is the leader in the Jasper Engines points, but that good run has gone astray. He is all over the track. He's going to come up short, Ted.
Veering off to one side there at 286 feet. That certainly won't get the job done. Now, TJ TATUM takes his turn with the primered Xtreme Pleasure.
He has got a heck of a run going. The front end up. He is going to take over the lead, 289 and change for TJ TATUM.
Now, they have changed the gear. It's the same amount of weight, but that weight is being transferred much quicker onto the back of these trucks. Boy, look at there, bouncing up and down, Dan Walsh. And the Irish Challenger finally gets the front wheels in the air. I believe he's going to do it. Yes, all the way. 309 feet. And this is a floating finish line. Explain, Tom.
You pull it till you stop. When that flagman thinks you're getting too far out to where you may be a little dangerous, the red flag drops. So you pretty much just pull till you can't pull anymore.
Danny Sullivan will do just that out of Warsaw, Kentucky, and he's way short. The number to beat was by Dan Walsh at 309 feet. Sullivan settled for 283 feet. Ricky Long will try it with the Willys.
It looks like the starting line has gone away. Everybody's going to the far side of the track to try to take off, and it's helping them, but it's not helping them enough, Ted.
No, indeed. Randy Brown is up next with the Thoroughbred. Remember, 309 feet, so you have to go 9 feet past a full pull, and the weight of that sled is coming down much quicker. He's doing S-turns. That will never work, Randy. 282 feet, and finally, Roger Simon will have another shot with the Chevrolet. This thing was strong in the original pull.
I bet you one thing, Roger learned something on that first run with the Dodge where he got really wild, and look, he's on the other side of the track, Ted. He has done it. 329. Wow.
Roger Simon pulling all the way to Detroit, Michigan. Here's the way that they finally finished up, numbers 1 through 5. And our congratulations to the Simon Says team, utterly dominant in this 2-wheel drive category.